things about rolling tires are things that we want to share these days with our kids because it stays with us.
Yes.
So tell me about your growing up in your family. What was it like?
I mean, it was pretty average, normal. I mean, my dad was a lecturer and my mom was a teacher, and so we had a very normal upbringing. We lived in staff quarters, and so there was always a bunch of people to play with. And I always really enjoyed organizing and bringing people together. And so I remember that I used to always organize for the neighborhood a Christmas play and Christmas carols, and we would always make a lot of money from doing that. I remember that.
So it's been innate.
I did not realize that until one day I called my mom, and I was like, after many years of telling her what I was doing, and she finally understood it. Nigerian parents, it took time. She was like, you're not a doctor, you're not a lawyer. I don't understand this thing that you're doing. And so I actually took her to work a couple of times when I was at Sesame Street, so she could see it. And then after that, everyone that she knew in her church decided to call me to see if I can get their kids on Sesame Street.
Wow.
But I remember in one of our conversations, she was like, do you remember you used to do this? And I was like, yeah, actually I did. And then some kids would go and report me because they did not get as much money as they thought they should get. Because when we would pay people, we were like, okay, you got paid this, you got paid this. So they would report me, and then their parents would come and see my parents. So I remember then when they told me that, I was like, yeah, I remember that. But I mean, growing up was really idyllic. I mean, it was beautiful. My parents, we had this big space that we had. I remember us having it wasn't it had moved from being a garden to almost like a farm.
Okay.
And my dad grew up the child of farmers, and so he always wanted us to understand planting and stuff like that, and really understanding how to use your hands to create what you might want to eat. And so I always enjoyed that. I mean, I loved it. I mean, when I left Nigeria, it was really because of education, and I'd always known that I was coming back. I never ever didn't call myself Nigerian. I was always someone that was going to go back home. And so when the opportunity came to go back home, there was really no doubt.
Hesitation.
No.
It's like, this is it.
I didn't even for once think, there were moments where I'm like, oh my God, I just said yes to this job. I don't even know what it is, but I just knew that if it was going to be in Nigeria, that I was going to do it. Yes, I was going to be fine.
That's very good. Very interesting. I want to thank you.
Thank you so much.
Taking time out to share with us.
Thank you.
We've learned and we've seen how tenacity, passion, drive always leads to success. We want to wish you the best of luck with Biola Alabi Media Group. We hope to see many more things to come out of it.
Definitely.
With all of the vast experiences you've had.
Thank you.
And we look forward to sitting down with you the next time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I wish you all the best. And like I always tell people, it's not always about following your passion. It's also about bringing your passion to everything you do. And I want to wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done.